Good evening. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I was going to do videos every week and it just got really busy before Christmas. Lots of things to do, got really busy at work and things like that. So yeah, I didn't do it. But here we are. I hope everybody had a lovely Christmas. Now in tier 4, so it's been fun. There's basically walking left to do as an activity, so we've been doing walking and it's freezing, but it's all fine. So I had some lovely feedback from my first video, which was really nice, obviously mainly from friends who would say nice things, but that was nice to hear. My mum's feedback was, now you're going minimalist, you probably don't need a Christmas present, which was a bit alarming because my mum buys nice Christmas presents, but it was okay. She'd already bought my Christmas present. I had some feedback from my daughter. Children, just bless them, they just give you such honest feedback. So apparently my face was far too close to the camera, hence I've moved it away, and I use weird facial expressions. Who knew? And quite frankly, it was just too long for her to watch the whole video, so there we go. So today I just wanted to talk about a system that we've been using to manage both chores and pocket money. Now, my children are 12 and 16, and I used to give the older one more money, twice the amount of money, and that after a while didn't seem really fair. I didn't see any logic in that, so I upped them both to having £10 a week, and for that they had to tidy their bedroom and they had to put their clothes away and they had to help a little bit around the house. The problem with that was my son was helping out quite a lot around the house. Obviously he is older, but he just seemed to have more initiative, and my daughter is quite frankly lazy, really lazy. So that again didn't seem fair because they were both being rewarded the same, but he was putting in more effort, and she was stressing me out because I was having to nag her and all the usual things that aren't very pleasant with children. So we've introduced this new system, which I think is working quite well. I think it probably needs tweaking, but so far so good. So we basically have a jar of chores, and I put in there little labels for chores, and next to them are a price. So the chores that I know they don't want to do, like empty the recycling, the food recycling, is just grim. Nobody wants to do that in this house if we don't have to. So that comes at quite a high price. We have 2 levels of making dinner. So if they do like an easy dinner, they only get like £1 or something. But if they cook like a proper meal, like a roast or something like that, that takes a bit of effort, they would get more money for that. And they get £5 for tidying their bedroom, which is just once a week, but just basically so I can get in there and hoover, and for putting clothes away. So it's been working actually quite good. I've been feeling ridiculously lazy because suddenly they're doing all these things. They're fighting over chores, which you think, wow, that's pretty good. They're fighting, they want to do things. But they're still fighting over chores. So we're tweaking it a little bit in terms of trying to say, well, you've got this amount of chores to do and you've got that, and trying to have an agreement about who's going to do the ones that only need to be done once a week, to try and make it a little reduced on the fighty stuff. They get deductions as well. So these are specific to each child pretty much. Like my daughter has an inability to open her curtains in the morning. Don't know why, but it is an issue in our house because we have condensation, so it's quite important that the window and the curtains are open. My son had a habit of leaving glasses, drinking glasses on the sofa, which used to drive me crazy because we have a dog and it would be so easy for him to kick him off and then break the glass, and then he stands in it, so it's an issue. That's actually stopped now, which is pretty good. Also, my son used to love to walk into my daughter's bedroom without knocking, which is an issue when you're a 12-year-old girl. You don't want your brother just walking into your bedroom, so he's now stopped doing that as well, although he did go through a phase of thinking he was Sheldon for the Big Bang Theory. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but he knocks incessantly on the door until she answers, which when she's 12 and full of hormones ends in her having a screaming fit at him, which again is not particularly joyous. So the downsides to this is I'm now giving them a lot more money because they're doing all these chores. So they're getting probably double the pocket money they were getting. So, oh dear, but then I thought, actually, do you know what? They can start paying for more things. So they can now buy clothes that aren't essential out of that money. So I'll buy all the basics, the jeans, the trainers, the stuff they need for school, underwear, things like that. But if they need anything or want anything that they don't necessarily need, that can now come out of that money. So I'm thinking that could work quite well, gives them a bit more independence, thinking about where they want to spend their money, prioritising. And I do believe quite strongly they should have choice about what they wear. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, but it's been a pretty good system and it's quite simple. I think it's quite similar to, you can get apps and things that do a similar thing that reward them for chores, but you do have to pay for those, and I don't really want to pay the money for that to do it. And this, I can just transfer the money into their bank account, so it's quite simple, and they've got cards and things so that they can access their money. So yeah, I think it's working okay. It's certainly better, and I'm getting a break from doing a lot of the things. Oh, the other thing about the chores though is I put on there like hoovering and steam cleaning the floor downstairs, and their version of hoovering and steam cleaning is not my version. You know, basically if you can see a surface, they'll clean it, but if you can't, it doesn't matter. So I have no idea what's under my sofa right now. And unless I supervise them, which really I might as well do it myself. So I don't know. It needs tweaking, but certainly it's worked well for us so far. So during the week, they put their chores into their little envelopes that they have. And at the end of the week, on a Sunday, we count them up and work them out. My son delights in putting deductions in my daughter's one. He just thinks that's very exciting. But yeah, a little bit of competition is all right, isn't it? So yeah, that's all from me. And hopefully I will do another video next week. Bye.